Thank you, Ron. Well, as all of you know, air travel has been through a lot of ups and downs recently. 9/11, just before 9/11, marked the high point of our passenger enplanements at Little Rock National. And then when oil prices went to $145 a barrel, the airlines were losing money right and left on fuel costs, so they were cutting back flights, looking at all their unprofitable routes. Um, right when we all got used to $150 a barrel oil, we had a tremendous recession, which again had a huge impact on air travel and passenger enplanements. Our passenger enplanements went down around 16%. We had just gotten back up to our pre-9/11 levels, and then had the double whammy of oil prices and the recession. But as Ron showed you, and I'm happy to report, we have weathered that storm. We found that Little Rock National Airport is a strong airport. The carriers like us. Air carriers, 3 years ago there were 8 carriers. Last year there were 6. This year there are 5 carriers. So there's a consolidation in the industry. They're all looking at routes. They're looking at profitability. They're looking at how they're going to make money in the next few years. And I'm happy to report to you that we're in good financial shape. And one of the things we did 3 years ago was look at the terminal that we're in now that was built in 1972, almost 40 years ago. And as all of you know, to talk about a refurbishing or a project like that, that it takes a long time from discussing it to actually opening the doors on a new project, probably at least 10 years. So we had a vision that in 10 years we think your airport is going to look like this. We hired several consultants. The first phase of this project started with all of those baggage scanners that you see in our ticket lobby. They were, of course, there because TSA required all baggage to be x-rayed and screened, and now we're trying to put those x-ray machines back into another facility that will be a new baggage makeup area and baggage screening department. And that project is going to be a total of about $52 million, which will start in hopefully October, November of this year. We have the money for that. We're not asking for any money. We found out last year that everybody needs money, so we decided that we'd just figure out how to fund all this internally, which Ron's going to talk about a little bit more. But we have, when we started this baggage makeup edition and baggage screening, we said we better look at the entire airport and how all this fits into to a new terminal, a remodeled terminal, so we wouldn't be wasting money now and have to tear it down. We wanted the materials to match. We wanted to go through a lot of planning issues that we would know what we were doing. So we've done that, and I'm going to show you what our concept is in 2010 of 2020 of what our airport will look like. This is the new plan. On the right, you will see the new baggage makeup area that we're going to add and the baggage screening area on the right side. If y'all can see that, it's, well, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to that. This area is going to be the new baggage screening area, and that's the addition in the back and the addition on the right end. And so all of that end of the terminal will be redone, the ticket area. We'll have basically a new concourse. Now the new concourse is not in our $52 million project, but this is the long range plan for all the airport. We'll have 16 gates, I believe. On the left, you will see our projected area for our new international flights, which can be used also as domestic gates when they're not in use as international flights. And you'll also notice that the roadway in front of the terminal will be straightened out. So this is our long-term plan. Our first phase is the area right here on the right of your screen. The front of the terminal will basically use the existing walls of the old terminal and part of the old terminal. We'll have a new curbside check-in area. in the forefront of that, with a complete new look of the terminal, a really open look inside that we think will showcase our city better as well as the terminal. This is a floor plan. You'll see on the right, well, I can't get used to this. Okay. On the right is our new baggage makeup in the back and baggage screening on the right. That'll be a new addition, and all this will be in our first $52 million phase. In the center of the terminal, you'll come into security downstairs. Then you'll go up the escalator to the what we call the terminal commons, which will be kind of a waiting area before you go to the concourse. It'll be open and have seating. It'll have Wi-Fi available, of course, like we do, but it'll also have hookups for your computer, for electrical outlets, for charging and using computers and laptops. This is what our ticket lobby looks like now with those screening machines in there. And this is what it will look like when we're finished. We have, our architects have looked at a lot of the materials and landscapes and sites in Arkansas. We've tried to use a lot of the images of Arkansas and the natural beauty of our land to transfer that to some of the look in our terminal. Sorry, I can't figure this out. We've used some of these images evoking the rice fields and the river as not only architectural items but also as wayfinding items to direct you to the concourse area. We're going to have our big Starbucks area here in the middle, which has been really very popular, and our pre-screening area where people wait for passengers to come through security. That will be expanded. The terminal commons upstairs, you go up the escalator and then you'll be in this big area with seating and a view of our skyline in downtown Little Rock. The concourse will be expanded on either side. It will be very open. We'll have food service down the right side, and between those food service areas will be seating areas for the gates, the expanded gates. Again, we've tried to keep it very open and very user-friendly. The airlines now are used the same gate. Sometimes they want to reduce cost instead of having their own gates and their own facilities, so we'll be doing a lot of that. We'll have a lot of new technology. Our airport is very dated when it comes to not only utilities but also bandwidth and security and technology out there. We're going to update that, and we're going to have what we think is going to be a real gateway to the city, but also a huge economic development engine for the Central Arkansas and for the state. So, of course, now we talk about how we're going to pay for all this. And again, we're not asking for money. We're going to tell you how we're going to fund this through 2010 and start this terminal when we can afford it and pay for it with our own funds. So I'm going to ask Ron to go through that.